Hi, and welcome to your Inner Wellness with Gigi. So, I just wanted to pop on and just talk about what the Lion's Gate, I call it the Lion's Mane, means to me, and how in the last 3-4 years it has resonated with me to move forward and become into newness and into a new way of being, into a new way of living, and to get the Lion's Gate a bit better, because I know some people are confused and I know some people say it's dark when it's not, it's actually light and a higher in frequency. And yeah, and I wanted to come on and say this is my truth, my authentic self, and what Lion's Gate means to me. So, firstly, Lion's Gate means to me is a new, like I said, new way of being, but it's like New Year's Eve for a spiritual ality process. It's in the last week, I say, of July, leading into August. It's you kind of go on a deeper level, and a deeper level of letting go of things, working with your inner child, and working with the deeper sense of your chakras. And this is done on purpose. So you move forward and you're not being an old sense of being anymore. And you're stripping away and stripping back, like shredding your skin like a snake. And for me, it's it's just a way of a fresh new lookout. So I'm going to give you examples. So I remember last year or year before that I was coming into my higher power, who it is that I am energetically, and that when that gate opened on the 8-8 portal, I got to sense negative things within my home, negative items, and it helped me, it opened up my energy field basically to let me feel the light, but also to let me feel what's negative to me. And the stuff that I hold on to sometimes has a negative energy effect. So I got to feel around my home what needed to go, what needed to stay. And it was really nice. And I did get rid of some stuff. This year, my house got a refurb the last 2 weeks, and they only finished on Tuesday. Today is Thursday, the 7th of August, and I am still reorganizing and sorting out my room, but I've got rid of furniture, I've got rid of a lot of stuff. I've also been digging deep on my inner self, like I said, with inner child stuff that I didn't know, because I'm working through stuff, because I want to be a body coaching therapist. The only way for me to be a body coaching therapist is if I do the work on me first. And doing my body coaching on myself is working, but it's also leading me and making me figure out what my inner child is doing, and that my inner child isn't healed yet. And breaking away from my old programming, my old robotic programming, of how I used to feed myself with food. Now I still feed myself with food, and that I need to change with food, but my inner child needs to learn how to change with food, because she doesn't know any different. She never got taught how to live natural in the natural way of being. She's scared, or she's been scared and frightened about it because she doesn't know what she's doing, but she knows that she needs to change because her physical body isn't doing so well. And I'm really sick. I have been for ages, but now my trauma has settled down, I can now know the messages the body gives me when I'm eating something that's wrong for me. My leg will spin out, my nerve system is giving me messages to which of the body part that it's affecting when I've had dairy or whatever it is that I'm allergic to, because it's not intolerant, you're allergic to it. I'm going to say it now, it might not kill you, it might not go bloat in the face, but you're still allergic to it if you're having problems and and it's causing you health problems, you're allergic to it and you shouldn't be eating it or drinking it. And it made me see, because I've caned on dairy for the week or so while my house has been renovated because I just haven't been able to eat properly. And it's made me see that alcohol wasn't always the problem, it was dairy. Me going vegan, I did get better, but then I was losing the side of meat and becoming unwell with losing vitamins. But what made me better was my bowels, and that they was working properly for a period of time until the processed food kicked in and made me unwell as well. But now I'm seeing that dairy is a big problem, and I'm sensing that they've changed something in dairy because I'm seeing the same symptoms with me, same symptoms with my 4-year-old niece, same symptoms with a couple of people that I know, and I'm sat there and I'm thinking, cut dairy. I think that it's another farmer thing, and yeah, this is meant for another video really. But for me, the Lion's Gate is newness. It's bringing in the stuff that you've manifested ages ago, and because that portal's open, people say do manifestations on, and I don't like the word manifestations because you're manifesting man stuff and it's the egotistical thing. I'd rather do a sacred intention. If there's something that I know that I need and my higher self is showing me what it is that I need, and I will request that now instead, rather than what I want, because what I want doesn't always work out. Most of it doesn't always work out. I get my hopes up and then boosh. But I've got to have faith, because hope is a negative word as well. So the Lion Gate for me is when your manifestations come true. It's like I've been manifesting for ages for my building to be refurbed because it's falling apart. Basically, it's old, it's had enough. I've had to do all sorts to aid it energetically. And I've probably got to do it again afterwards, but I think it's because I've just got clutter everywhere while I'm trying to tidy up and sort things out. But for me, it's been a good process for me to have this refurb and just chuck things away. Like, just chuck it away, don't need it, just chuck it, just get rid. There's no room for it. So it's been good. So this year has worked out for me. Like, the 2 weeks before coming up has been my refurb, what I needed, and it's been really nice, and I thank God for that, and whoever's been listening and giving me what it is that I need, because I know I need it for my health. Living in such an environment doesn't help your health either, especially living in cold and damp and mud, because it can get inside your body, not just on your body, but inside your body. And it's bad bacteria. So Lion Gates for me is when your manifestations are coming true and they're at a higher level, and they're kind of like moving you into that higher level, even if it's just for that one day. I've experienced, I'm not allowed to say anything, but I've experienced such a great higher level of myself, of seeing who it is that I really am at a soul level, and that's what it is all about. And then as the year goes on, you either stay in the crap level that you've kept yourself in because you don't know how to move forward, or it's gifting you things throughout the year so you move forward into that higher level, which I suppose it has for me. And then now I am actually saying goodbye to my lower self, to my lower way of living, and saying hello to my higher self and my higher way of living, because that's what I've always wanted for myself. That's what I should have got when I came here and when I was born. Not all this chaos that's happened to me. That was not written for me. It's just some stuff that I know that's come about for me, and I've got lost and now I'm found, and I'm excited for tomorrow to see what my higher level is and my higher way of being. And I just think it's amazing, really amazing, that I've got to be myself, and I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait for tomorrow to see what tomorrow is. I'm also working tomorrow night as well, which is going to be such a beautiful meditation for the people that I've got coming. And I didn't realise it was falling on the 8th portal until a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh right, yeah. Sometimes I book things in not thinking when I've booked them, and then I think, oh, I've done it on this day, oh, I've done it on that day, I've done it on a special spiritual day, and it's nice. And that's what the portal means to me, is being your highest self for a day and seeing what you can achieve in that day, seeing who you are in that day, see who you're being in that day, and to stay like that, and then to move through the year of being that. Sometimes you do go a bit backwards because you're a bit scared, or you've not finished your healing process yet to get there, and then obviously you get there, and that's what it is to me. But it's also about balancing yourself as well and keeping yourself balanced. You can use black tourmaline tomorrow as well as smoky quartz tomorrow, oddly, to in the meditation that I'm doing tomorrow. But also there is a meditation that I did a few years ago. I was in the bath, and I've always known about spiritual scales, weighing spiritual scales, and that I do heal my own scales, but I heal my clients' scales. When I do one-to-one healings, I will heal their weighing scales, because when someone's out of balance, it can be to do with your chakras, it could be with your soul, it can be to do with body soul even, that they're not aligned properly. It can to do with your earth star, bottom of your feet, it can do with your universe, your own solar system, or it can do with your weighing scales. And obviously I ask which one it is and then I heal them, so then you're back in balance. And not a lot of healers actually know this or know that that's what they should be healing in a healing session. Or I'm such a different healer and people don't get me, they don't understand me, not even other healers understand me. But that's what has come about of me knowing. And I've been doing that for about 5 years. And people do mess about with your solar system, your universe, your scales. I'm not going to lie to you. But when you know how to do something and you know stuff, you get to see who messes with it, who messes about with you. And it's not fair, and they shouldn't be allowed to do that, to be honest, anymore. And they put stuff in front of your life that stops you from moving forward, and that has to stop now. It's not allowed anymore. I'm making that a thing, calling it out. It's not allowed anymore, because we need people in the process of them moving forward and being in their own flow and letting them guide themselves into freedom. And there's lots of meditations that I've done on myself that I know I need. There's some that I can't put on YouTube, and there's some that I'm keeping private. So if I know that you're a good person and you're having problems with a situation, I can privately send you those meditations. And if you're working with me with my body coaching therapy, I will send you those for free anyway, because not people realize what happens on this planet. Not people realize what is in their energetic body or how many layers is to it. And this is for another video as well, but energetic layers, there's like 10 layers, but like I say 12. I don't know why, I just do. And you've got 12. Okay, thanks very much. And basically what happens is when you're working your way forward with trauma, you're working from in and then it comes out onto a layer. You clear that layer, but then it moves into another layer, and then you clear that layer and it moves into the other layer until it's on top onto your outer body, and you can act as your lower self so many times without you realizing that you just need a healing or just need an energy clearing to clear that energy out of you because it's got stuck. And this is why it's for another video. And yeah, so the lion gate for me, or the lion's mane, and it isn't the mane around its face, M-A-I-N, I say, and it reminds me of Narnia, although they don't like me calling it Narnia Day. Does that know? It's lion's mane. I'm like, okay. And yeah, I guess for me, it's intuition as well, what I get when I say lion's mane. They don't really like lion's gate, it's lion's mane. And yeah, and like I said, it's a new spiritual year and it's about you, yourself, not others. It's nothing to do with anybody else with the lion's gate. It's all to do with you, where you are on your faith process, spiritual process, faith process, where you are in alignment with yourself, your higher self, where you are in alignment with your lower self and getting rid of those things that you don't need anymore so you can be in your higher true love, compassionate happiness frequency self living here on this planet. Because people are wrongly saying that this place is dark, and it isn't. It's actually light. It has its own frequency here, has its own light here, and everybody is missing out of that because they're still working with angels, they're still working with archangels. I don't work with them anymore because it was a past life thing, and you're forgetting about this planet and what this planet entails. What frequency are the trees in? Because when they blow wind, they're not blowing wind, they're blowing an energy frequency to do a clearing. It's actually the trees moving their own frequency when they blow, and I've worked that out these last few weeks. And it is lovely to see and know. And it's just by me walking around sometimes noticing that there's no wind but they're moving anyway. That's for another video. So yeah, so it's just about where are you right now with yourself, and can you stay in your light self when God gives you that through the portal, because the veil is thin. Obviously Halloween, the veil is thin on Halloween, but people have made it all about darkness and all the ghoulies come out and all the shit, and that is just because of how you celebrate Halloween, with celebrating rapists, mass murderers, and films about killing people. I've had to stop celebrating Halloween now because I know what it is. And just think, wicked that you're saying that's okay. And anyway, and so Lionsgate's the light version of the light way, and having all the light come in and having the light do a big massive clearing on yourself and others and the land, and bringing in newness. This year for me is about newness and bringing in newness and bringing in me, my positive self of who I really am, and stop being negative sometimes, because I am, or moany, mardy. Because I get frustrated. I get frustrated about people and how negative they are and things with the world, and I have to let that go, because it's not actually what the planet Earth is doing. Planet Earth is lighter. It's the people that are darker that need to get out of their lower selves with depression, anger, anxiety, stress, and feeding it with crappy food as well, to come into the higher. So that for me is Lionsgate, Lion's Mane. So I just thought I'd express how I feel about it and what it is to me, and that you can see it in a lighter, positive way, and not what others are saying about it. But you have to sit with yourself, and because yourself will tell you with what it is. Yourself will tell you what it is, because it already knows. And sit with it. Just do a nice meditation tomorrow. But I say in about half an hour there will be a meditation on YouTube, and I will put the link in the bio when I've done it with this, and enjoy it. And it is magical. It is amazing, and I think most of you will actually see it and visualize it, what it is that I'm going to be doing. So enjoy the meditation. Please like and subscribe to my page and share. Thank you so much for joining my expression conversation today, and I'll see you all soon. Bye and take care. And don't forget to be compassionate with yourself.